What's up, YouTube? So I've been looking into the whole job numbers and everything else that Biden's been talking about, and look back about a month ago, and he said the relief package he was signing was going to help boost the economy, help people get employed and everything else. He was saying we were going to get 1.3 million jobs. He was expecting that. Next thing you know, a couple days ago, they all the media was talking about, oh, job reports coming out. Job reports. We're predicting 100, like we're predicting a million jobs. 1.2 million jobs, 1.3, 1.5. Heck, somebody said 1.7. What was the job report number for April? 266,000. Oh, is that because of unemployment? Well, if you're on unemployment, you get an extra $300 every week on top of what you're getting. So, say somebody like me who's currently looking for a job. I'm not on unemployment yet. I'm trying to get it going. I'd say I probably average maybe 300 a week from regular unemployment. Guess what? Federal, yeah, I get an additional 300. That's 600 every week. I was making after taxes every 2 weeks almost $1,000. With this unemployment benefits, every 2 weeks I'd be making 1,200. Every 2 weeks. Oh, places just ain't hiring. I'm seeing signs all over the place. I've been applying to different jobs. I haven't gotten much back, surprisingly. But no, it's because these companies aren't paying people a living wage. You know what? Someone who graduated high school, never went to college for economics, is going to explain to these economic majors who think they know everything, commenting, "Oh, it's because these companies aren't paying a living wage." You do realize if you raise minimum wage to $15 an hour, cost of everything's going to go up because you have now devalued the dollar. Years ago, $10 an hour was good. If you're making $15 an hour years ago, you'd be great. Now, you need be making $15 an hour just to make ends meet. Why? Because we've been pumping so much money into the economy. You got these politicians who are signing checks to these companies that's donated to them. Signing the bills, signing bailouts for all these companies. Well, if a company is going under, hey, they should go under. Big, small, they should go under naturally. Because that's free market right there. But what we got right now is not a free market. What we have right now is a corrupted free market. Big businesses give money to politicians to write bills that help those companies. You think $15 minimum wage is going to help small companies? No, it's going to kill them. Small businesses are going to go under because right now they can barely make ends meet. They're not getting enough business because they've been closed down also. So that's hurting them even more. Oh, you got PPP loans. Hey, guess what? Major companies have that because, hey, every single store you see a McDonald's, you'll see 3 or 4 of them in a town. Guess what? Each one of those are considered a small business. They're all part of a corporation, yes, but each store is a small business. So they can get into the small PPP loan. If you really want to help out the economy, let's do this. Get rid of the minimum wage. Make minimum wage 0. Because if you set a minimum wage amount for, the federal government sets a standard for how much everybody should be making, then that just devalues everything. That means a lazy person who does nothing, but maybe in the 8-hour shift, they do 2 hours worth of work. They're making the same amount as someone who's busting their rear end to make their lives better, to become a manager of the store. You're putting them in the same category. Why should it be $0? Why should minimum wage be $0? The lazy person, guess what? No longer making $15 an hour. Now they're making $9 because of how much they're actually contributing to the company. The person who's busting their rear end to be a manager, guess what? They're making more than $15. Every time. I mean, the whole situation with the pandemic should be a good example. We've pumped in, what, trillions of dollars into the government, into the economy? What's helped? Who's benefited from it? Name a low-class person who has benefited from it. Guess what? Because of this whole pandemic and all these corporations getting all these kickbacks and everything else, getting bailed out, you got the rich getting richer because of it. My opinion, if you're going to bail out, if the federal government's going to send money out to people, send it to the over here. If you're going to send checks out to the American people to help the economy, just send it to those who make less than a certain amount. That's it. Don't add government loans for big companies. If a business is part of a corporation, they don't get no benefit. They don't get a bailout. No, I'm looking at it right now. That's my opinion. Like, why should a big corporation be able to use their small stores to get more money from the government? Why are politicians able to make it where a bill that's supposed to help the American people, the bill mostly helps out corporations or sends money to other countries? Why are we even sending money to other countries? You know what? What we really need to do to fix this whole economy, cut the federal budget in half, get their spending under control, or else the deficit is going to just keep ballooning. Cut several programs, government programs and government agencies. Put a freeze on all the taxes, where they can't be raised, new taxes can't be made, nothing like that. There are plenty of other stuff that can be done instead of just pumping money into the economy. If you're pumping money into the economy, the government's pumping money into the economy, guess what? You're going to mess up the dollar, the value of the dollar. Right now, the value of the dollar is getting lower and lower. I mean, used to, $50,000 can get you a house, a car, and you can have at least $10,000 left over for life savings. $50,000 now, what can you get? A car, at best. Can't get a house unless you're going to be okay with getting what was a crack house that you have to fix up, that you have to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into to fix, just to hopefully make money off of it when you sell it, or if you keep it. I mean, the value of the dollar has dropped so much because of all these taxes, because of all the spending, because of everything. What we really need to do is get the whole financial situation under control. But back to the whole job report that I was talking about. 266,000 new jobs, and they were expecting 1 million. Holy shit, media. What the? You know what? I know there's kids in this house, but if you have a problem with little kids hearing cuss words, get them out of the room. Abby, out. Out. Yes, I love you too. Living room. But yeah, the job report, 266,000 jobs added in April, and they were expecting 1 million. I could have sworn during the last president's administration they kept saying, oh, Trump adding an extra 150,000 jobs on top of what we were expecting. Isn't a huge deal. Y'all are expecting him every quarter. Every month. Y'all are expecting him to come under and be like, oh, we're expecting 200,000, 250,000, 300,000. And every month he came back at least 100,000 more jobs. And y'all bitched about it. Here we are. We're coming out of a pandemic. How are we not hitting 1 million? How are we not hitting 1 million new jobs? You wanna know why? Go back to the example I gave you. If I go for unemployment right now, I can get, say, 300 a week from the state and another 300 from the federal government. 600 a week. For the whole month. Guess what? 600, 12, 18, 24, $2,400. I would be making more on unemployment than I would be doing my job that I got laid off from. I was making $17.10. Every 2 weeks, my paycheck was almost $1,000. Unemployment, I could possibly be getting $2,400. You want people to get back to work and the extra federal payment for unemployment. Don't say, oh, companies ain't paying the people enough. No, the daggum government's giving too much of a freaking handout. On unemployment, I should be making half as what I was when I was working. Like, that's the thing. Unemployment should help you to get by. You're not supposed to be able to do better on unemployment than you would be at your old job. Explain that to me. Someone, come in the comments. Tell me why we need $15 minimum wage. I'll wait. Have a good day.